Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Thank you to everyone that has donated for our giveaway for Christmas this year. I have been able to go ahead and get some toys and some Bibles. For those of you that still want to donate, you still can. You can use my website, starscartel.com, or my Cash App, Starscartel, and we will get some more things. There's some other things that I'm waiting on. You know what I'm saying? But I am trying to go ahead and get it together so I can have everything and I can know everything that will be going into the bags. Anywho, let's get into the message. I'm going to get the scripture first and then I'm going to go over the dream. The scripture comes from Isaiah 46:6. Some pour out gold from their bags and weigh out silver on the scales. They hire a goldsmith to make it into a god, and they bow down and worship it. They lift it to their shoulders and carry it. They set it up in its place, and it stands. From that spot, it cannot move. Even though someone cries out to it, it cannot answer. It cannot save them from their troubles. Remember this, keep it in mind. Take it to heart, you rebels. Remember the former things, those of long ago. I am God and there is no other. I am God and there is none like me. I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times, what is still to come. I say, my purpose will stand and I will do all that I please. Okay, so in this dream, I was living in a house, and it was like a really huge house, and I was basically just trying to do my day-to-day things, but it seemed like every time I would try to go somewhere, every time I would try to go out, like regardless if I would be going out to a restaurant, going out shopping, going out, just doing day-to-day things, going to school, whatever, there will be some kind of man trying to push himself up on me. Some kind of man trying to be with me, and I will be like, no, leave me alone, okay? And God was speaking to me about this dream as well as with this scripture. There is someone that is trying to use somebody as a sacrifice to some kind of God. Now, the God that they are trying to sacrifice whoever this person to is like a how do you say it? Like a sex god. As quiet as it's put. Like that's like I can't even dance around it. But this is like a demon, okay? Basically, long story short. And we have heard of how ancient societies used to sacrifice people to demons. And are fallen angels. And this is a situation where there is someone that is trying to sacrifice someone else to one of these entities. And the way they are doing it, Lord, they don't want me to tell it. But the way that they are doing it is basically they are trying to get you to perform acts with random people. This is someone that is trying to push you into fornication. This is someone that is trying to push you into prostitution, as quiet as it's kept. This is somebody that wants you to be just like they want you to go out and do these things. And the reason they want you to do it is because they themselves will be benefiting off of this. This would be like a parent trying to prostitute their daughter off. Like that's, I said it, there it is. Like this would be like a parent prostituting their daughter off, or like a husband prostituting his wife off. This would be like somebody, this is basically what this is. And it is, they are saying it as a sacrifice because, in reality, what parent would proudly say that that's what their child does? What kind of husband would proudly say that's what his wife does and be okay with it? You know what I'm saying? And, I've already posted the statistics, but I'll say it again. 40% of women that are caught up in trafficking are there because of a family member. 30% are there because of a husband, fiance, boyfriend put them there. And This is someone that intends to do this to someone else. Now, they may not see it exactly as what it is, but that's what it is. They are sacrificing this person. They are basically sacrificing this person for something they desire, money. And they are looking at it as if it's not something bad. Regardless if they looking at it as it's not something bad, because if they do it, or if they know other people they do it, they may have friends that do that to their children, and they've been talking to these people, and now they feel like, oh well, I could do the same thing, and I could have this, and I could do that, and I could. No, God said God said they will not touch you, because you are his, and you are not about to be caught up in that nonsense. One of the 10 commandments is do not fornicate. We are not supposed to fornicate. We are not supposed to commit adultery. These are against God's laws. These are going against what God has said. And in reality, as quiet as it's kept, what they are trying to do to you is going against God, what God says as well. Do not trespass. They are literally they're trying to force you to lose your soul by going out and doing something you don't want to do. Living a life that you don't want to live. Living a life of sadness, depression. This is like, in reality, this is very sad. This is it's really sad, but to be real, it happens every day. There are so many women that go through this. So many women that are kidnapped. So many women that and some of them kidnapped by people they don't know, strangers that just have been stalking them and watching them. Some of them kidnapped by people that their people have hired to kidnap them. And it's sad. It's sad that people will do this. It's sad that people are so sick in their mind, and they instead of just getting a job and going to work, making their own money, but greed. God says money, the love of money is the root of all evil. And this here is something that money has caused. This evil is something that the love of money has caused. I just feel like this is somebody you wouldn't even expect that they will be trying to do this. But because they just gotta shop so much, and they just gotta have this going on, and they just gotta have that going on, they not just okay with just being okay. They could get along just fine, but they want to do this, and they want to be able to do that, and they gotta have all these things that they don't need. God says he is not going to allow them to use you as their sacrifice. If they want to carry on living their life that way, that is their business. But they cannot force you to give yourself away for their benefit. That's not right. It's a difference between a parent coming to a child and saying, I need you to help me, and the child having a job in which they help their parent, and a parent trying to force a child to do something they don't want to do, something that is a sin against God, and then saying, well, this is all mine. Like, what? God said this is somebody, they have some kind of sick little agenda. They got a sick little plan, and they won't just let go of it. They got a sick agenda and a sick plan. Regardless if they plan on trying to do this, they might try to pin somebody with some certain kind of friends. Once again, this could be a parent. They have friends that do the same thing with their children. So they want you to have a certain group of friends so you can do what they do. And it will be the same as like a pimp putting the new girl with the old old head girl so that she can show her the ropes. God said you're not getting all that. They wasting their time. They wasting their energy when it comes to you. Because God is covering you. God said no, and it's a hard no. It's a no, and it's a hard no. God says, I make known the end from the beginning, from the ancient times, what is still to come. I say my purpose will stand, and I will do all that I please. God does what he wants to. And he the only one that do what he wants to. Ain't nobody else about to do it like God. Nobody else do as they please the way God do as he please. They wasting their time with this. With praying to these little demons, praying to these evil spirits. I'm being reminded of this movie I watched where they were going into how in certain countries the women certain countries in Africa the women would be sold, and they would, like, their mindset would be they're doing that so that their family could have money, but they had no idea the horrors that they would deal with while they were living that lifestyle. And they would be told, well, once you make this amount of money, you'll be free to do whatever you want to. But it wasn't the truth. It wasn't the truth. They would put some kind of witchcraft upon them so that even if they did get the idea that they wanted to leave, they couldn't. If they would try to leave, something would happen to them. If they would try to leave, they would get, regardless if they would get sick or they would get hurt or something like this. God said whoever this person is, they wasting their time trying to put that stuff up on you. Because if God decides that he want to take you out of there and he want to move you somewhere else, he going to do it. If God decides that he gonna move, it don't matter where he want to move you. Regardless if he want to move you to another country, another state, another city, wherever, whatever he decides to do, he is going to do whatever he feels like he wants to do. And as long as you are of age and you decide that you want to move somewhere, you have all rights to do so. And like, I just feel like this is a situation where somebody is trying to, like, they trying to corner you in to make you feel like you don't have no other choice. Yes, you do. You don't have to do that. In reality, it is illegal. As quiet as it's kept. And it's illegal for a reason. And yeah, that's the message. That's the message. God said no, he's not going to allow it to happen. So I don't know who this is for, regardless if you know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, God says it's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen because he is covering you. It's not going to happen because he is the one that's protecting you. And you have rights to say no. Just like in the dream, men kept on trying to push up on me. They kept on trying to talk to me. I was like, no, leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. Leave me be. They were looking all confused. They were expecting this. They were expecting me to like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. In reality, I'm married. Even though in the dream, it wasn't like, I don't know if it was like meant to be as me right now, but no, I'm good. Okay. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.